So I imported a photo that I wanted to make a tapestry out of. This is my first attempt at doing this, so hopefully it goes well. This took me a few hours to make. I tried to get as much detail in without making it too complicated. So I added like an extra spade, I added some seaweed. I'm not a fan of how I've done the castles, but just to start with, we'll see how it goes. I added some birds in by here. So yeah, I don't know how it's gonna go. I'll put the original photo on the screen somewhere so you can compare them, but I'm gonna give it a go. Hopefully it goes well. I only have so many colours to work with, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the clouds and the sky because I've only got one type of blue. So I either do the sky blue or the sea blue. So I think I'm going to do the sea as grey because I don't want the sky to be grey. So I'm just going to see how it goes. And yeah, hopefully it goes well. I really hope my dad loves it. But yeah, let's get into it and see how long this takes. So I am just over halfway through this tapestry. Is my dog hiding? But it's coming along, I think. Unfortunately, I didn't time myself while making this. I know it took roughly 100 hours from start to finish. I did come across some issues while I was crocheting my dad's hat, but I think I figured it out. And this is the state of the back of the tapestry. This was the hardest part, just untangling all the yarn ends. But I did eventually get some clothes pegs that really helped with all the mess in the back. The tapestry is finally finished. I am so happy with how it turned out. There is a lot I would change if I was to do it again, but as my first like tapestry where I've completely created this whole thing based off of a photo, I'm so happy with it. I've learned so much making this, and now like I'm so much better at tapestry crochet, so I've really found a love for tapestry crochet, and I am thinking of eventually selling my patterns. So I don't know if I've mentioned this on my channel yet, but I have just made an Etsy. At the moment all I'm selling is cat beanies, but I definitely think I'm going to start selling tapestries and tapestry patterns. So I'll put a link to my Etsy in the description below, or maybe I'll put it on screen. But I cannot wait to keep creating. I have loved, well, I would say I've loved every minute of this, but there was a point where I lost my design and I spent a few hours doing the other, like redoing the design, and then I found my design. So it was a nightmare because it took me like a few days just to import this photo and like basically change it to everything I wanted it to be, because I wanted as much detail as I could. But when I started this, I was a very much beginner at tapestry crochet, so I don't know why I thought I could do something like this, but it came with a lot of trial and error. It was very stressful at times, but it has been so enjoyable making it, and I think it's just because I'm giving it as a gift. It kept me accountable to keep going, and I just put so much time and effort into this. I was not ready to just give up. So I'm so glad I carried on doing this because I absolutely love it. So what's next is I need to continue weaving in ends. I was weaving in the ends as I was crocheting, but I am just gonna weave them over a few more times, then I'm gonna tie them off again, then cut them, so this will never unravel. And then I'm gonna glue back onto it. And then lastly, I'm gonna attach a wooden dowel. I think I'm gonna use these just because I went shopping for wooden dowels and they were so hard to find, but also they were really expensive for the size I wanted. So I bought these wooden dowels because they were so much cheaper, and also they're obviously sustainable as well, so that is also really good. So I'm going to put one of these in there. Well, I'm going to put 2 of these in there, and then I will come back and show you. I'll try and record some of the process, and then I will show you the final results at the end of the video. Hopefully I can get like my dad's reaction when I give it to him, but we'll see about that. But I cannot wait to finally finish and then actually be able to give it to him. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Here I am laying some baking paper down on the floor so I wouldn't glue the tapestry to the floor. Then I tied off and wove in all of the ends so they were nice and neat out of the way. This took a lot longer than I thought it would. Then I roughly cut the fabric to a smaller size. Here's where I went a bit wrong. So what I should have done is crochet the wooden dowel onto the tapestry at this point, but I started to glue the back before I did that, so it just made that process a little bit harder, but I still managed to do it either way. So I made the mistake of gluing the back on before I put the wooden dowels in, so it is a bit tricky because some of it is just glued onto the single crochets, so I'm going to struggle a lot with the top layer, but we're going to keep going, we're going to make it work. But yeah, I'll show you how it looks in the end, and I'm supposed to be at my dad's house now, so I'm very late, so we'll give it to him today. And hopefully I'll record his reaction, and then yeah, I don't know, I just hope he really likes it because I put so much effort into this. So hopefully he doesn't hate it because it's massive, like it's a really big thing to have hanging up in your house. So yeah, I'll let you know how he reacts if I don't manage to film it, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next clip. This is it all done. So I've added the strap to it. I just need to trim this, and I think I'm going to leave it without a dowel on the bottom, and if he wants one I'll just add one later on. But I was supposed to be at his house like 30 minutes ago, and it takes 35 minutes to get to his house, so I really need to go and I need to wrap this still. So yeah, wish me luck.
Oh, that's nice. That is me, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Marion.
That's lovely. I like that.